I'm Michael Formanek, the leader of Ensemble Kolossus, which is a full big band of 19 musicians that has a new CD out on ECM called The Distance. This is a really incredible band. This is a band of not just of great musicians who can come in and play anything that I write, but it's a band of great improvisers and composers themselves that all have their own projects and all do their own music. The fact that everybody's so giving of their time and creativity to make the recording and then to actually be able to go out and play concerts is just a fantastic thing. The band is mostly based in New York, mostly in Brooklyn, and many of the people or musicians I've had very long-term relationships with. Tim Berne and Chris Speed and Ralph Alessi and a lot of musicians that I've done things with for many years, and some in more recent times. Mary Halverson and Tomo Fujiwara and I have a trio called Thumbscrew that is also a group that's sort of embedded in this group. And then some of the musicians I didn't know well until we started doing this, and I'm actually really getting to know them as musicians, and it's just really an amazing experience. The sound of the band is very diverse and dynamic. There isn't one sound of this band. It can be very powerful. I was inspired by different music, definitely influenced by Ellington and by Gil Evans and by many great arrangers and composers, modern and from the past. I'm inspired by metal, I'm inspired by jazz, I'm inspired by organ music. The organ music of Messiaen was one thing that I was listening to, that made me think that there was something that I would like to try to transfer over to a large ensemble, just these big chords with all these instruments. So the music comes from a lot of different places. It can be very, very loud and very dense, but it also can be very sparse. I spread out the orchestrations in a way where I kind of tried to set these really open textures for soloists to improvise with and against. And Ben Gerstein has a big section with that. Mary Halverson has a section where they're playing against so some very soft and kind of beautiful, simple things. And so it really there's a big range. I think it's a very rich sounding orchestration. Oftentimes big bands have piano, bass, drums, and maybe guitar or maybe a mallet instrument. I decided to use all of it. In a big band, the rhythm section ends up being sort of a point that everything else is built off of. It's sort of a small center point where the rhythm is based. And I wanted it to be a big, fat, full, rich rhythm section sound, and I think that really comes across on the record.